Hello, welcome back lovers. My name is Bryony and I do cruelty-free and vegan makeup reviews and tutorials on this channel and deep dives into the environmental and ethical issues around the beauty industry, because there are many of them. So don't forget to subscribe and also hit that like and also comment down below. That would really help me with engagement, because I know that YouTube's been doing like some very strange things like unsubscribing people. So check as well if you are subscribed, and if not, why not do that? That would be really good, because I coat with very informative things whilst we do our makeup together. So that leads me into the topic of today. Today is day 8, I believe, of the 12 days of Christmas. So we're close to the end, we're at the final quarter now, and what we're actually going to be doing today is having a look at the fact that this is the season for doing good things, and capitalism and good things, can they fit? I still think so. I still hold out hope for that. We're also diving in a little bit at the beginning to find out exactly what environmentally friendly means when a company says that they are, and also things to check when people say that they're environmentally friendly, because there's actually no way legally for them to be checked on this. So being an educated consumer can really help you out to stop you from falling for greenwashing. So let's create this wonderful frosty inspired look and jump straight into it. All of the sources are listed down below as well as all of the companies that I've mentioned too. Every product that I'm using today is both cruelty-free, vegan, and not owned by parent companies that test on animals. I haven't tried using this yet, but I really fell in love with this colour story, so that's what we're doing. First off, I want to define a few things so it can be like a point of learning for all of us. In order to make a company actually environmentally friendly, then that means they should really have the following things: home compostable packaging or recyclable packaging, refillable packaging, a circular economy, i.e. send and back refill program, locally sourced ingredients or local companies, so then you have a lower carbon footprint, using ingredients that do not damage the environment like microplastics, sending products in packaging which is recyclable, being a certified carbon neutral organisation, being a certified B Corp. A separate video is actually coming out on this later on in this series, so subscribe for that. Now, I've also covered the topic of biodegradable glitter in another video, which I will just link up here for you. And as it turns out, this palette that I just bought from Colourpop actually has pressed glitter, so I've kind of just gone and broken my own rule, so I do apologise for that. Own your power. So there are like two particular topics that can really trip people up when it comes to actually being an environmentally friendly company, because buzzwords are definitely a thing. So organic is being the first one, because people believe that that is better for the environment because it's a nice message to be sold. I'll link a couple of resources about that, and I can do an entire video about it, but organic isn't actually better for the environment. If we want to be able to actually feed the people in the world that desperately need it, then GM is definitely the way to go. And of course there is the palm oil free myth, because I've done a 4-part series on that. I'll link that just up here as well. Being palm oil free doesn't necessarily mean that it's actually better for the environment. Well, there's a whole host of reasons and it's all explained in that 4-part series, in particular in the 3rd and 4th part. So now that you've got all of the basic building blocks of like what actually makes up an environmentally friendly company, let's have a look at some of the beauty brands that you can actually support and buy from. Well, they might be local to you, they might be local to me. I'm based in New Zealand for future reference, in case you're wondering why my accent is a little bit funny. And if you have any others that you love yourself, please do mention them in the comments down below as well. I'm a Daydream Bay. So first off, let's talk about Aesop Beauty. Now, I'm pretty sure that you will have heard about them. I think I've actually even used one of their palettes, like their first one that they came out with. I think I've actually used that in a video in the past as well. I'll link it up here if I have. Their products don't contain magnets or mirrors. They have one strip of elastic which holds it closed when it comes to their palettes, so then you can really easily cut that off, take out the eyeshadow pans, and then the rest of the packaging is completely recyclable. And they also contain a lot of natural and synthetic ingredients that are environmentally friendly. It depends on which ingredient is more environmentally friendly than the other one, on which one they'll actually support, because they go into a big spiel about this on their website. I'm just going to have a little screenshot of it right here for you so you can sort of see why they do this the way that they do. But just because an ingredient is natural doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. I mean, arsenic is a natural ingredient, so I don't really believe any of that hype. So they've actually done a lot of research into this area to make sure that what they're actually producing is as little a carbon footprint and is not harming the environment or the people as well. And I know that they also source their ingredients ethically too. I'm using Up Level now. And of course, let's have a chat about Aesop. Now, Aesop is a brand that I believe everyone knows about. They've been around for such a long time. They created packaging free products before it was cool. I think that they were actually the originators of packaging free. And because the formulas are so concentrated into like a bar form, the amount of product that you use, it needs to be a lot less. I've also done a video reviewing my experience using some Ethique products. They also are really careful to source things ethically as well, which is a fantastic thing for the company too. Feel like I'm gonna take some clarity here. Translucent like shade. Ooh, feeling frosty today. So they're also a carbon neutral company, and they actually also plant a tree for every online order that they make. Transcend Dreams. Castor Black is a nail polish company that I really want to talk about. So I've actually switched to using them for a bunch of my nail polish. Now, my nails are over a week old and I didn't have time to paint them yesterday, so I apologise for how bad they look today. But I will be having a review come out very soon of my experience using Castor Black and what they've done for my nails. But basically, they are a tan-free product, and they're also a certified B Corp as well. Again, a new video is coming up on that exact issue very soon. But the way that they source and produce their products is really green. This is a bit of a Super Shock shadow sort of feel to it. Oh, and also when it comes to Castor Black, they're also completely carbon neutral too. I bought this from Colourpop. It's the Exit Cream Gel Liner, and the lid was kind of like this, so it was a little bit open. So that means that it's a bit dry, but we're gonna try a white wing. There's another brand called MOTD Cosmetics, and I would be a bit remiss to not talk about them. This formula is terrible. I really wanted to do a lot of fun stuff with this. This is very disappointing of a purchase. And in the low waste, zero waste space, they have built up a good reputation. I promise I'm not intending this to look as bad as it does. They actually have so many fans as well, because of course, like, they're almost like pioneers, TBA. So they create cosmetics, skincare, hair care that is all in packaging that is recyclable or reusable, and they adhere to a really stringent number of criteria too. Everything must be ethically sourced, fair trade where required, formulated to suit all skin types including sensitive, eco-friendly packaging and refill options, zero waste geared, so labels are printed in-house using veggie-based ink and recycled paper, with a green energy power lab. Can I even draw the snowflakes I want to do with this? They also have a program within Australia where you can send your packaging back for it to be reused. They focus on natural ingredients as well, so if that's important to you, then go check them out. I feel like this is such a dud of a product. I'm going to use concealer to draw these snowflakes because this was a waste of money. A little bit of bronzer first. And of course we need to talk about Axiology Beauty. Now Axiology is kind of like the be-all and end-all of lip products. I personally haven't bought anything from them yet, but I do. I don't know if they ship to New Zealand because it's very hard to ship things to New Zealand. So they also do lip balms, and everything is like 100% like packaging free. So it's in that packaging that you can literally just throw away to be recycled. But anyway, their products, they are marketed as multi-use. So you can use them as eyeshadows, cheek tints, lip products as well, so you can use it for a whole bunch of things, which is really good because everyone wants to try and get like the biggest bang for your buck. And whilst their products are a little bit more expensive, it's because they are 100% evil free, so that's kind of how they market themselves. So I believe that they're completely cruelty free and vegan as well. And they also donate money to rehabilitating orangutans. They also proudly market themselves as being palm oil free, even though, like I said, I've talked about that in the past. But they're made by someone who genuinely cares about what they do, and so that's kind of like what makes the biggest difference when you're purchasing from these people. You can easily buy from them online, but you can also easily find them in the US, the UK, Europe, and Australia. I think, yeah, in Australia too. New Zealand, like I said, tends to get forgotten about because we're only like 5 million. Floating Light. Elite Cosmetics are another B certified corporation. They're totally cruelty free, vegan and celiac approved. I almost feel like doing a bit of the blue as well. I have instant regret. Their packaging is about 75% waste free and their entire operation works to be as transparent as possible. This is what happens when you don't plan your looks. Living by their 5 core values: impact, ethics, community, future, mission. And 2% of their sales go to charitable causes each year, with a goal of becoming the first ever waste-free cosmetic company with their products offering innovative solutions to the otherwise wasteful practices of the beauty industry and filling a gap in your beauty ritual. Our aim is to allow our customers to buy well, use less, and love themselves and the earth more. Bit over the moon now. I think I'll put some lashes on and then I'll come back so then we can like do the pretty things. These lashes are the Highland ones from Sass Beauty, by the way. So now I want to talk about Raw Canvas a little bit. So they're a skincare company and I've talked about them in other videos as well. I've actually reviewed some of their products, so I'll just link one of those up here, but I've got like 3 separate videos on them. And they're a skin company that I currently use and I've honestly raved about them because I love their products. But what they actually do is they have a recyclable, refillable program that they use, which is fantastic, honestly. So if you're in New Zealand or Australia, you can actually utilize this service. And I believe you get $15 off your next purchase. So then that means that the packaging, which is all created in clear glass to make it like the easiest to recycle, the easiest like kind of material to reuse. Now their skincare is definitely more dear. It normally does cost more money to buy ethically. I believe that most of us are aware of this fact, but their skincare has worked wonders for me. And also the way that they source their ingredients is really ethical, and I've talked before in the past about how they employ people that might find it challenging to get employment. So say for example mothers that live in areas where there aren't many jobs, they can actually work part-time hours for Raw Canvas. So there's a whole bunch of like really fantastic things that they do as well. There's one more company I really want to talk about, and that's Taylor Skincare. So they're a New Zealand brand, so they make everything locally as well. And they, similarly to Raw Canvas, they package their products in glass and they have a recyclable, refillable system as well. All of their packaging that their products come in is home compostable as well. And the reason why I say home compostable is so much more important is the fact that we don't in New Zealand have the facilities like they do in Europe to actually have like industrial composting systems. We just don't have that. So by it being home compostable, then people that are able to have home composting, because I know it's not possible for rental properties, it's not possible for many properties, then they could actually compost it there. They also make everything locally too. So that means it's boosting the local economy and it has a lower carbon footprint too. So I've actually just bought a whole bunch of their stuff from their Black Friday sale. Like I think I got like the Elite bundle. So then I'll be able to review that for you in a few months. So do subscribe so that you can actually see how that goes. That was the BFF liner, and this is the Colourpop lippie sticks in Westie. And lip gloss in Ticklish, because I feel like this look needs some gloss. I think that's around about enough companies to get you started on the environmentally friendly ones that you can support. So if you know of any other companies that you love that are environmentally friendly, please do comment those ones down below and let me know as well, because I think this is a really good sharing opportunity, because I think that if we can all try and like support some more environmentally friendly companies, then that will mean that they will grow in terms of like what they're capable of. That would be great. I mean, you can probably tell from me that I personally love products that aren't necessarily natural looking, so that's kind of been the thing that has been a bit more of a deterrent for me. I really want those brands to like go more into the colourful aesthetic, the things that aren't just like a BB cream and stuff. Like I guess for me that's probably like my hardest thing, which is another reason why like the companies that I do support, I'm really glad that they are actually a bit more like that, or their skincare brands, or even my hair dye. Like Tints of Nature is another brand which we will talk about in a later video, but they're also very environmentally friendly as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. I hope that this has been useful for you. If you do recreate this look, tag me on Instagram right here. I would love to see you do like this frosty wintry look, because I think this is just a whole bunch of nostalgia for me. I really do miss like freezing cold Christmases where you have like hot chocolate and marshmallows and you just cozy up inside and you just watch Christmas movies. At least this is my fake version of it, because that was not really the reality for me, but really that's like what I find really nostalgic and comforting, even though it's not really nostalgia. Isn't it weird how nostalgia works like that? It's very strange. Anyway, thank you lovelies so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more 12 days of Christmas, because of course today was day 8. We've got 4 more to go, baby. A lot of fun stuff coming up. See you lovelies again very soon. Bye!